If you think you know what a prison story looks like, Deluge number one is about to drown all your expectations. So let's talk about that in this video. Hello, folks. Daniel here from the Next Issue Podcast, your home for comic reviews, breakdowns, and first looks at a lot of these new comic books. Today, we are diving into Deluge number one from Ignition Press. This is a comic that wears its tension on every page, and by the end, you won't see things the same way. This book is written by Cullen Bunn with art by America Cresta, colors by Rhonda Pattinson, and lettering by Ann Wall Design. Ignition Press is a fairly new publisher, but I really have been enjoying all the titles. I was able to pick up the little ash can for this book, but now I've gotten to read the full first issue. So it's really, really cool. They've been making a lot of really cool original titles, and this is one of them. I like that this one really leans into the suspense, horror, psychological tension of everything that's going on. And this book really gives you that right off the bat. So let's dive in. Deluge is a horror thriller set in Searsville Correctional Prison for Women, where flooding is encroaching on the facility, but the water is doing more than just threatening the infrastructure. Something mysterious and deadly is coming with it. One of the strengths of this issue one is how efficiently it really introduces everything to this world. Colin Bunn is a very experienced writer with like just years of experience doing comic books, so he's very good at world building. We really get a sense of the hierarchy, the dangers of the prison, the emotional stakes, and also a lot of the different characters that reside in this prison. You really feel the urgency and the tension start to rise from page one. Now, the art is really a standout for me. Marika Cresta really captures the claustrophobia of the prison life with tight corridors, the barred windows, dripping walls. There are a lot of scenes where there's just a lot of people in them, and you really have to look to see where everything is going. I think these type of settings really require something like that. A lot of heavy use of shadows. The visual storytelling really sells me on everything that's going on here from the brink. So, and then of course, Rhonda Pattinson's colors are a little bit more muted as everything is kind of there's a lot of less freedom right in this setting, especially when the water starts coming. I really found myself like a little bit tense reading some of these panels, like what's going, like when are things about to pop off, when's the other shoe gonna drop, especially when a lot of these characters are isolated or they obviously don't have a lot of uh free movement throughout. That really makes them feel vulnerable, and that's not easy to pull off, especially for characters that I've met only a few pages ago. I think what makes Deluge a memorable number one is that big surprise at the end. So I won't go into details, but just let me say that the issue resets everything that you thought you understood about this book, the characters, the relationships, and it really reframes the motivations and sets up like some really cool, fresh tension for what's to come. I think because of that, everything that precedes the comic feels heavier in hindsight. Like you kind of took for granted everything that was going on, and it really balances everything just enough to set up the mystery. The pacing just really keeps you turning the pages, and it really makes you wish you had the next issue right away. If I had anything to say is that there's definitely a lot going on, so just take your time with this one. But honestly, I think a story like this compressed with tension really works in favor of the story. So I really, really had a good time with this one. Okay, now before we close out, let's go take a look at the some of the variant covers for this book. So we have, of course, the main cover here by America Cresta. This is what you'll probably see at your shop, but there's a couple of more things here. Ignition Press does not do a lot of covers, but we do have another variant cover by Marika Cresta. This one gives you a little bit more of an inclination of like what may be under the surface. And then we have this really, really cool James Stokoe cover. This is a 1:5 ratio cover. And James Stokoe is an artist that I really, really enjoy. So hopefully I'm able to pick this one up. So really, really like this one. And then we are back to the main cover. So uh, all told, Deluge number one is powerful. It delivers fun, a wild adventure that really anchors itself deeply with dread. The world that is introduced just very precise in everything that it's trying to tell you, as opposed to just really put everything out on the line. It's very deliberate in the choices that it's making. The art, of course, amplifies that in every way. And it really shows, especially when the twist kind of happens. I think this is one series that I'm very much looking forward to keep reading. So if you like a comic that blends horror, survival, psychological tension, and maybe a bit of mystery, put Deluge on your radar, add it to your pull list, and at least give this issue number one a try. Or maybe see if your shop has these little ashkins still so you can pick up and get a little flavor of the story. So if you enjoyed this review, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more comic book reviews, breakdowns, and ring that bell so you don't miss out on any of the upcoming videos and analysis. Drop a comment which variant cover that you like the best. Are you going to New York Comic Con? Because you will be able to see some of these people there. So if you have done so, let me know down in the comments. And what are your predictions for where this book is going next? So thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye bye.